Hi guys, and welcome to another Miss Val Vlogs. We've got another really awkward angle here because today I wanted to cook something on the stove, and since I'm not like a professional or anything, I just put my phone in a cupboard so it would be pointing at the stove, and you can see Olaf walking around in the background. You see the mess on my table. I apologize for that. One day at a time, one thing at a time. Tonight I've got, my hair's back, actually brushed it, got a little bit of eyeliner on, we're just one day at a time, one thing at a time, step by step. We're getting there. I've got the dishes done from last night, and did a little nail art today. That was nice. And what else? Olaf and I have been for a few walks. Just day by day, little by little, we're making progress on it. I didn't actually sleep all day, so bonus points. But tonight, what I was thinking, and this is actually something I've wanted to do for a while now, because I bought the sweet potato, and I remember eating sweet potatoes as a kid, but for some reason I don't think I like them. I haven't eaten sweet potatoes in years. But I got this idea because everyone is like, sweet potato fries, sweet potato whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I got this sweet potato, right? And I've already peeled it and cut it into these fry pieces. And I'm going to fry it in coconut oil and sprinkle it with cinnamon and sugar and see how it tastes. Because the one thing I do know about sweet potatoes is you're supposed to eat them with like brown sugar and marshmallow, right? They're supposed to be amazing. Sweet, sweet, sweet stuff. So then I started thinking, what would it be like if, you're supposed to be able to fry anything in coconut oil, right? Coconut oil is supposed to be pretty versatile. It's supposed to come in a solidified form. This sits on the shelf across from the heater, so it's actually liquidy right now. I think it's liquidy because it's been sitting on the shelf across from where the heater's been blowing. Still smells like coconut, so we're gonna go for it. There's like I think there's like a chunk in there where it hasn't completely melted. Looks really funny. But so I got my trusty cast iron skillet here on the stove and my sweet potato fries. And I'm just going to grab a measuring cup. About a quarter. Oh, I didn't see that coming. There's like a huge coconut flake in here. Anyway, about a quarter cup of this. So weird stuff. My trusty cast iron skillet. Actually, hashtag YOLO. I'm just gonna do like a whole half a cup here. So it covers the bottom of the pan. And put the lid back on it here. Turn my burner on to a low heat. I have an electric stove, so about 2 low heat. Put this back on the shelf across from the heater. So weird. Alright, so we're going to give this a minute to heat up. While we're doing that, I swear the floor is unlevel because it's all going to one side. While we're doing that, giving that a minute to heat up, still cold, obviously. I made a smoothie. One of the first things I did when I got in the kitchen was make a smoothie. I haven't had a smoothie in a couple days. I was having one every day, but it's hard getting back on that horse after you've fallen off. I make my own blend of mixed fruit. I got little packs in the freezer here. I bought frozen strawberries and pineapple, and then I froze my own bananas, kiwi, and plums. I think that's all that's in there. And because it was like plums were in season. I heard they were supposed to be good for you. And whatever. So I just did my own fruit mix, and then I bagged them in like a cup, 8 ounces, you know, put them in a sandwich bag, put them all in the freezer. And then these Magic Bullet cups are great because it's got the line on it, you know, so you put in your cup of fruit, you put in your juice. I put in flax and chia seeds. I buy them already ground up. They're loaded with omega-3s. These are the chia seeds. You just buy them already ground up. And the flax seeds, also known as, the ground up flaxseed is also known as linseed, and it's a great egg replacer. You take 2.5 teaspoons of this ground up flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water, and you kind of mix it with a fork in a bowl like an egg, and it'll get gelatinous. It'll get like a little gel to it, and that's what you want. Is a little gel to it. This actually, wow, I was really surprised. I stopped talking and I turned around and it has gone from white to clear, which is pretty impressive. White to clear. It's not sizzling like oil though. So, or like, you know when you get your oil, like your vegetable oil or your canola oil, you get it like really hot, ready to fry something, and it like sizzles when you put something in it, or it'll, if you sprinkle water, let me get my hand wet. When regular oil is hot, you sprinkle water on it, it like sizzles and you know it's hot. This isn't doing that, so I'm gonna put this sweet potato in there and see how long it takes it to get warm. One of the other things I was thinking about when I was thinking about doing this is, I wonder what you can, I mean, how versatile the coconut oil is, because it's going to taste like coconut oil. And I don't really think I have a lot of things to fry, but I do have a can of Pillsbury biscuits, and I don't really feel like making gravy. So I don't know, like fried briskets are so good. You just fry them up, and they get crusty on the outside, they're nice and fluffy inside. And you roll them in like cinnamon sugar or powdered sugar, and it's like a nice little treat. I'm thinking about trying that after I do this. Should I maybe turn it up? I'm going to turn it up a little bit and see what happens. I know coconut oil is made for like lower heat intensities, or is it? I heard that somewhere. I don't know for sure now. But like I just went from a 2 to a 4. It's a very low heat, and this thing goes up to like 10. Yeah. So 4, oh, maybe half. 4 is kind of meh. We'll see what happens. We can still see that. I can only see like, yeah, I can only see part of my phone because it's in the cupboard, but I know you can see what's on the stove. It's one of those weird mind trick things. So far, I don't know if this is going the way I thought it would or not. It just, I wonder if there's anything on. Nope, there's nothing on this jar of coconut oil that indicates how it should be used, just that it's organic, unrefined virgin coconut oil, product of the Philippines or Sri Lanka. I can feel it getting warmer. Maybe this won't sizzle like vegetable oil. impatient person. Let's see. This is boring. It's like watching paint dry. The skillet's warm to the touch. You gotta be careful when you touch it though. But yeah, I think this is actually cooking now, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some more. Hopefully they'll take off here. Never fried anything in coconut oil. I thought this would be kind of an interesting experiment to see what it does. Because usually you just use coconut oil in recipes, right? I've had this plan for so long that like my sweet potato was starting to not look like a very good sweet potato. It was just like sitting in the fridge. It smells like, kind of smells like a carrot. I've really been craving sweet stuff lately. That's why I'm like coconut oil with cinnamon sugar. Try not to be... I mean, the sweet potato makes it healthy, right? Also, I don't recommend sticking your hand in a frying pan full of grease. I'm just not the brightest crayon in the box. Also, I have a lot of kitchen experience. I've been in the kitchen a lot throughout my life. Get like a fork here. I like the way it's like bubbling up around the sweet potatoes. I think that's interesting. It's gonna be some kind of weird chemical reaction, like, but yeah, it's definitely cooking. It's like getting kind of brown along the edge here. My family has these vegetarian meatballs we make. It takes like a dozen eggs. It's a lot of egg. Not gonna lie, that a dozen eggs is a lot for one thing. But there's other ingredients like crackers, nuts, cream cheese, like onions for flavor or whatever, and you fry them. And then, you know, it starts off like fairly normal, but the more you fry them, like in the, like it's hard to describe, the more you use oil, like the dirtier it gets from the particles. If you've ever seen like fast food oil, well, the more you fry these meatballs that aren't meat in this oil, it gets it gets foamy like this. There's some kind of reaction with the egg. I think it's the egg and the oil. It's weird. I've never seen anything else do that, like froth like that. Olaf came in the kitchen. He's down here. He looks at me sniffing. Is your nosy working overtime, oh? Is it? I love his crooked little smile because his Shih Tzus have an underbite. Oh, honey. And he put his little feet up on the stove and he's looking at me. He wants attention. What do you want? You want attentions? Mama's busy. Oh. I think he wants to play. He gets really playful at night, usually right before bedtime. He decides to get nice and crazy. And so honestly, he's like a child. Like, he needs to play. He demands his playtime. That's one of the reasons I got him, and I definitely support his playtime. He's got games he plays. One of them involves, you know those like tinfoil baking pans you throw away? This one's a muffin tin. And his little mini tennis balls. And you put flat treats in the muffin tin, only in certain cups, and then you put the little tennis balls on top and fill all 6 cups. And he has to use his nose, his little nosy, to sniff out. What? I'm talking. It's rude to interrupt. He has to use his little nose to sniff out the treats and find the right one, and then he loves to play with his little mini tennis balls. We'll have to show you guys sometime. What? He's sitting down here yelling at me. He has his own way that he speaks. Usually before I start cooking, I ask him if he has to go outside and go potty. Olaf, do you have to go outside and go potty? He's just standing here, wagging his tail. Hey, I'm busy. Can't you see I'm trying to cook food? What? Hola. What do you want? You want to play? You do. He wants to play, guys. I mean, Olaf, can you wait like, I don't know, 5 minutes? I'll play with you in 5 minutes, I promise. He doesn't believe me. Well, where's your toy, Olaf? Where is your toy? Go get your toy. Go get it. Get your toy. Get it. He's sitting right in front of a toy. And he's like, oh my goodness, he's so stinking smart. Like, he brings me, I'll be sitting in the bathtub, and he'll bring toys in. Like, when he wants to play, you don't really get a say in it. Although that one looks like it's nice and brown. I've never done this before, so I have like nothing to go by. Now, also, Olaf's not used to me standing in the kitchen talking to my phone or myself. He probably thinks I've lost it. I mean, I talk, but I talk to him. Like, it's just me and Olaf. So, he's not used to sharing the attention. Like, normally when a potato's done, you stab it with a fork and the fork goes, like, through. Like they get soft. These are still kind of firm, but they're definitely, like, frying up around the edges. It's probably about where you want it to be. I mean, I really have no idea. I mean, I don't want it to be soggy. Well, I guess French fries aren't really, like, soggy because they're, fried around the edges. These are definitely, and it's hard to tell because, like, they're orange, so, like, the fried part that's brown is, like, hardly noticeable. I'm gonna try to stab one and hold it up to the camera, like, Okay. I am going to get a plate and some paper towels. So you want the paper towels to absorb the grease, even though it's coconut grease. Right? Okay. When I was a kid, I had an electric stove like this. And I remember, I was in the kitchen with my dad and his girlfriend. I was frying something, and the paper towel got too close to the burner, and it started on fire. So I'm always like really try to be really careful when I'm doing stuff like this, because those kind of memories will stick with you. Like, wow. I mean, you remember holding a plate with a burning paper towel on it? Like, you're not going to forget that anytime soon. I'm going to pat the grease off of here. And I don't know about this, guys. Kind of slimy. Moving on. Speaking of my dad, he came to visit me today, and he brought me his dehydrator, which I'm really excited about because I want to try. It's okay, Olaf. I want to try making my own apple chips, which sometimes they're not that expensive in the store. But I don't know, it's just like it adds up. So I'm pretty excited about it, actually. And I opened it up to get the instructions out, and there were no instructions, which really stinks. So I'm like, hey, bring on the experiments. This is awesome. They're sticking to the bottom of the pan. I don't know what they made in that dehydrator, but it was like so disgusting. Like, they obviously didn't clean it or didn't clean it very well. Oh my goodness. And I'm like kind of a clean freak. Like, I don't always have my apartment clean the way I want it, but it's just me and Olaf. But like when it comes to like, oh, at work, oh, I just, ugh. I expect things, especially like in a restaurant or like, actually, my dad was kind of hard on me as a kid, keeping things clean. I was always experimenting in the kitchen like this, and of course as a kid I never wanted to clean up after myself, and he was always on me about it. So it's kind of funny that he would give me something that's dirty. Ah, those are browning up nicely. Just hope they cook all the way through, because there's not a lot of oil in this pan. I don't know. I lost track again of what I was saying. Imagine that. I'm a little distracted flipping these little biscuit things. Well, one time my cousin and I fried these fried biscuits. They were like whole biscuits, and we probably had more oil in the pan. We just really fried them up. And I feel like we tried to stuff them with pudding, which was awesome. And then I rolled them in cinnamon sugar. And she was sitting there eating them. And she's like, you know what would be good if you just put a little bit of cinnamon in the sugar? And I was like, dude, I did. And she's like, oh, I thought I tasted it. That's why I said something. And it was just one of those funny things. Yeah, obviously this is not This probably doesn't look the greatest. It's not exactly what I had in mind. There was more, like, normally if it was vegetable oil, I would have put more oil in the pan. And they would have fried on the edges better. But since I'm just, like, messing around with coconut oil to see how things fry up in it, I'm not going to put more oil in it just for this little thing. And they're, like, cooking on the, they're not cooking in the middle. I don't know how well you can see that because my janky camera angle, but, like, they're done on both sides, but not in the middle.